everybody, my name is OldSkuleNerd. Are you ready to get oomphed? I don't think you are. My chance to finally meet and talk to these three amazing artists who are taking the world by storm. Now, everyone in Germany knows them for many years because they've been selling so many albums and playing before so many Germans that they're household names. But I'm in America. And until this last album, I didn't know who they were. Well, if you don't know who they are, get ready because we're about to find out big time. This is my conversation with OOMPH. Okay, did I say that right? Is it OOMPH?
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
I need all three of the German musketeers to agree that I said that okay before we move on. If I did it okay, fine. I cannot say that I'll say anything else correctly. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hi.
Hey.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something I was doing wrong. I was like, man, did my mic stop working? Okay. So everyone that sees this, that's from Sweden, Denmark, Germany, Austria, France, Norway, Finland, pretty much everyone in that realm knows exactly who you are. Why? Because I mentioned it in my community that I was going to be talking to you guys, and they lost their minds. So you guys are pretty well known back home, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we're working hard on it since 30 years, so it should be like this, yeah.
Okay, so can I be honest with you and say that I've never heard of your band until last month? Is that, I know that's bad, but remember, I'm in America and we still listen to radio here, and it's not my fault.
We have these movies of Americans who have been trapped in a bunker since the 70s, and then they came out and had to find out what's going on.
That's
one of those?
That's not a movie. That's actually the news. It's true. It really. Yeah,
okay.
When it comes to music, I think we have been living underground, force-fed whatever the record label and the radio companies told us we had to listen to. But because now we have YouTube, all the walls are down. All you got to do is have good music, passion, and just put it out there, and someone's going to see it. And that's what happened for me with you guys. So we know that you guys have been around for, did you say 30 years?
Yeah, more.
Okay, hold on.
More.
Okay, hold on. By the way, for those who do not know this, the one on the bottom's name is Flux. Okay. The one to upper left of your screen with the Wacken t-shirt on, yeah, that's Der Schutz. And the one in the top right corner is a word that technically I'm not allowed to say. Let me see if my mom's here. His name is Crap. Anyway, mom's not here. Okay, so cool, works. All right, so you guys have been around for many, many years, but this is a brand new thing for you guys. Like there's a new look, new sound, new member, kind of a rejuvenation, a rebirth of OOMPH. Can anyone explain that?
Well, we have a new singer, a new frontman. His name is Der Schulz. And of course, we didn't choose it out of nothing. It happened that the band in the old constellation was not able to continue anymore. We tried to fix it. We tried to work on it. It's not easy after 30 years working together very successfully, especially here in Germany. But there was then one time when we had to find out for ourselves, it's not possible. We can try it as hard as we want. It's not it's not fixable anymore. And as OOMPH is our lifetime project, not even a project, it's more than half of our life that we spend with it, with all our love and passion. Crap and I have been very sure that we have to continue, and we have to find a new singer and continue to work like we worked before on OOMPH, writing songs together with the singer, work on it, and releasing albums. And so we started to look for a new singer. Actually, Der Schulz was the first one that we contacted. And even before it was official that we are looking for a new singer, because we know each other since 2015 at least, when he and his band Unzucht supported us on our European tour. And it was kind of magic when we met first time in the studio and worked on new songs already. I think we worked on the first day on 5, 6 songs, and he made first lyrics to it, vocal lines, which are now still existing like this on the album. So it was really the same magic that we felt before, and it felt like oomph. And also our close friends that we played the songs, everybody said, this is from feeling, and when I listen to it, to a song, how it's speaking to me, it's oomph. It's just the continuation of the last album that we did. So there was never a question to start a new project or a new name, because for us it was oomph. Yeah, so why change it?
I think it's really awesome how you didn't have to go try to find anyone. He was always there. You knew who he was. And it just happens that when that door opened, he just steps in and goes, I'm here. Let's do it. Nothing changes. We're still family. Because when you tour with someone, even if they're in a different band, when you're on the road together and you play in front of people and he's sharing his love with the people, they're sharing it back, there's a commonality. There's a community that builds. One of my favorite things that I tell my community on YouTube is there are 3 places on the planet that I'm not sure how they do it, but they do it better than anybody. You go to Japan, nobody integrates pop, electronic, and traditional music in such a crazy way as Japanese metal and rock bands do. It's very unique. Then, of course, we talk about the Finns. They're just out of their freaking minds, and we love them for it. But I have found that in Germany, there is a passion for music that I think people don't realize until they really dig deep. If you can throw a rock in Finland and hit 50 black metal bands, right? Because that's death metal black bands in Finland. When you throw a rock in Germany, you will find a progressive rock, new metal, progressive metal, this artistic rock that really for us in the United States, we all know one band for that, and that was Rammstein. Going all the way back 20 years ago, 25 years ago. When I got into YouTube, I started seeing all these other bands, especially young, creative, independent artists that were creating stuff that sat outside of what everyone else was making around the world. So the first time I turned on Oomph, my first video was, of course, the first track, and that was For Whom the Bell Tolls. I saw the artistry. I saw the creativity. There was something that kind of grabbed me from all these other genres. The dark storytelling, of course, which is there. We'll talk about the album cover and the goat person in a little bit. But what I'm talking about in the music realm was there was so many different aspects, whether it be solid musicianship, a techno / electronic feel that folded in, but yet it still felt like you were telling me a German folk tale. Like it was folk music, right. But it wasn't. It was electronic. It was metal. But it was like you were telling a folk story, but with this level of modern music that I was like, now wait a minute. I love Feuerschwanz. They do folk songs. I love Rammstein. They're telling stories, but you guys told me something. And of course, I love Electric Callboy, right? But those guys are hilariously crazy with the stuff they make. And they're doing it on purpose to be silly. You guys are telling a story that's making me go, okay, this isn't a joke. They're taking me on this ride in this story, and I got hooked. So can you tell me more about your style, the type of music? What is Oomph's music? If you have to explain it to America, because that's a lot of audiences there, they want to know what's going on.
Well, I think it's not so easy to define. We try to combine the electronic music and roots that we've listened to in the 80s, starting with Kraftwerk, Einstürzende Neubauten, Deutsch-Amerikanische Freundschaft, then, of course, English bands, Depeche Mode, and all this stuff, together with rock music. Like we grew up with AC/DC, Motorhead, more like rock music, which is also orientated on riffs and danceable still, has a groove, yeah? Not only like I don't know, thrash metal, which is only very fast and brutal. Yeah, we're always looking for melody hooks. We're always looking for a groove. And also lyrics for us are always very important. I think especially this album is dealing with a lot of things which have been in our heads and around us in the last 2 years. It's the most actual album reflecting the time of we have been in the process of writing the songs and the lyrics. And we try to combine on this, bring it together. And I think this combination somehow of rock music with electronic elements and electronic body music, we created. We are known for it. Yeah, this is why people then said we are the founders or one of the founders of Neue Deutsche Härte, influenced other bands like Rammstein. And when you do things like this, you don't feel it. You don't sit there and think, oh, now let's create Neue Deutsche Härte. We just did songs that we like to listen and that we like to hear for ourselves. This is the main thing. Always do songs that you love the most, probably. And then when you continue with this, you somehow create a fan community which has the same taste like you. And then you are able also to change and develop over the years, and fans will follow you, hopefully.
And no joke, one of my community members, one of the people on my channel that comes to every stream, every reaction I do, he's from Germany, and he saw me doing a Rammstein reaction for Adieu, you know, the last song that they released. And he was like, you got to check out OOMPH. And I was like, wait, what? He goes, you don't understand. Like, you love this stuff, and you love Electric Callboy, and you talk about how all these German bands, no matter how heavy the music is, there's still that little electronic club feel that just inundates in all German music. You got to check out OOMPH. They were like the beginning. You know, they were where it kind of grew up from 30 years ago. And I'm like, okay. And that's where my first interaction with the new music came from. And I was like, I had no idea. And so therefore it begins to start to spread. I'm really excited for not only you guys, but so many German bands to be able to start to branch out, come across to America more, because there's a hunger for the creativity. If anything has been shown, that when you have the biggest concert in the world is Metallica. Number 2 is Rammstein. Number 3 is Taylor Swift. And the thing about it is Rammstein comes to the US and they have 75 tractor trailers. And that's just because they just happened to hit a certain niche at a certain time and they exploded. But every time I listen to other German metal bands and German creative, especially for the new German hard rock style that you guys kind of started, it's all there. And I'm like, okay, I need to expand all of this. I need to start digging into more. So can you guys tell me what your goals are after this album? I know you guys are planning on touring. You guys, didn't you guys just tour in Germany during the festival season? And I believe there was did y'all get to any of the festivals, or were y'all working on the album at that time?
Exactly. We still worked on the album, and we decided not to play any festival before our album is out. Because when you have a new singer and the album is not out, you can only play old songs. And this would not have been fair to the new singer, because we want to give him the best position to perform, and also give his own feelings with his own songs that he sang with our album to the fans, and not only playing old songs and showing, oh, I can also do this. This will happen, of course. We will have a good mixture on this tour of, I think, 8 new songs, which is very much from the new album, and about, I don't know, 15 old classics that we, of course, also will perform. And Der Schulz is very good in recreating this emotions and feel of old songs. This was one big test that he has to pass when we had the first studio sessions with him, of course. Yeah.
Look at that smile on his face. He's like, man, they really like me. Look at that. It's so nice to me. All right, stop smiling. You're not even humble anymore. Okay, I've been wanting to, this is my favorite thing. I got to do this. Crap has been sitting in there, just looking at the camera. No emotion. He's not phased. He's focused. Now he's smiling. Looks like the German David Beckham over there. Okay, seriously. Okay, crap. Look, we could let Flux talk all day. He'll do it. He'll be perfect about it. But I got to ask you. I've always wanted to ask Crap a question. Just the word. Not just you, but I'm doing it for you now. But okay. What is your favorite song on the new album? And why? And by the way, while I'm asking Crap this, there's Schultz. Think about that. And of course, Flux, think about that because I'm coming back to you after him. Please share. What's your favorite song on the new album and why?
I can't answer this exactly because I like all the songs because I think it's a perfect mixture of the old school OOMPH sound with a very good new lyric sound or singer sound, and it's hard for me to say which song I like most. I like all. I can only say that, and I can only tell you this only answer of your question.
Fair. You're not the first person to say I can't pick one because it came from here. It's like picking a favorite child. I can't do it. So your answer's fair. Okay, fine. What's your favorite dynamic in the new album? Is there a new way the music is coming out? Is there a new sound? Is there anything in particular that you really want or you're looking forward to people hearing, that's something y'all are doing maybe a little different with this, or something that's classic OOMPH that you're bringing back? Is there anything like that? Not a song, but just something that you're doing differently in the album, a different sound or something people can look forward to.
Yeah, we have tried. For me, it's like that. I'm searching for sounds over 1 year before we do the production beginning. And so I try to find the best sounds for the new music and to try to find new sounds. And I think that was a good work for me. And I also think that one of the most good thing on the new album is the new vocalists, because he steps in spheres from the height of the voice that we couldn't do before, and that opened refrains much more than before. But also we try to keep our rules or our old stuff, to have these EBM bass sounds and something like that, or our typical guitar sounds. And yeah, that is all what we try to do.
This is my favorite thing about asking any German band anything, because there are no simple answers. It's true. I mean, I think the only thing simple about anything to do with this band is the name. After that, it's very deliberate. It's very passionate. He said he worked on it for a year before he even started to produce. That's pretty typical. Like, the only thing easy about this band or simple about this band is the name. Okay, Der Schultz, let's go to you. If you don't have a favorite song, it's okay. I understand how this works. What is it that you're enjoying about being a member of this band that's so new to you, or something that you're like, I've never gotten to do this before and I'm excited about it?
Actually, it's how it started up and how easy it started up to work with them together. It was so organic and so magical from right from the beginning, where we started to work together. So we all from the same age, we speak the same language, and I don't mean German, you know what I mean. We
Musical language, got it.
Yes, and yeah, and we have a same sense of humor. And it was so easy to work with them together, and in the creative way, it was so easy. It was so great to work together, and I didn't feel at any time as a newborn, as a stranger or something. But I have I love all songs on this album too, but I have one who's special for me, and that's the last song, Ein kleines bisschen Glück, a little part of luck or something it means in English. And this song is very, very special to me, because he has such a great dark atmosphere. the lyrics based on an old poem written a long time ago. And it's a little bit about this when people worked in the industrial age in this hard, under hard conditions, big machines, and try to make a little, to get a little part of luck, to reach a little part of luck. But actually, they work themselves to death. And this is my special song on this album. It's hard to say which one is the best for me, but this is the special.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. It's the struggle and strife in desperate times during the beginning of the 20th century. That was something that occurred throughout Europe and here, where the Industrial Revolution, where people were working for pennies, and it was literally against the machine. It was like a machine. People became more instruments than the machines they worked on. It was just, those conditions are horrible. I want to hear that song. I'm looking forward to it. Now, I'm going to go back to Flux one last time. It's now your turn. If you don't have to pick a song, but is there something special about the new project, the new album, including the new singer, that really hits personal to you that you could share?
I would like to point out a song, because when you asked this question, I thought about it, and I had a lot of time to think about it already now. And for me, will be our next single and next video, Nur ein Mensch. And it's, if you translate it, Only a Human.
Oh.
And it's an anti-war song. And for me, it's outstanding because I think it has the best riff on this album, guitar riff, which is very much marching and danceable and catchy for your ear, and so we concentrated also in the arrangement on this riff. But also from lyrics, we had anti-war songs before, as also on the last album, but never war for us, especially in Europe, has been so close.
Yeah.
And so feelable and so ridiculous in the beginning. Nobody expected that it can happen again, a war on our continent in this modern times with internet, and everybody knows about the other, and especially the neighbor. And what is special in this war is that they have been one country for a long time in Soviet Union. They are somehow neighbors, and families are living on both sides. And as I have a wife and she's from Ukraine, I personally I'm very much involved in all of this, and we have relatives still living in occupied parts or in freed parts which are now bombed again. And so this is one line in this lyric is Brüder töten Brüder, brothers kill brothers. And this is what makes it so unbelievable for us and so much touching. And we played a lot of shows in Russia, and we always have meet and greets. And we played a lot of shows in Ukraine too, with meet and greets too. And we always like to talk to our fans, and we like to see the cities. We always ask for show us the city, the local promoter, and we want to talk with people, want to know about the culture. And when we played shows in Moscow, they have been always fans of Kiev, from Kiev or from Ukraine, because they like to travel and see more than one show, and other way around. And then they had party together to our songs. So it's for us unbelievable what's happening right now, and we hope that it will be soon over and Ukraine will be free again.
Nobody can tell the story of people that are the same being torn apart by a conflict than Germany. I mean, I remember the day the Berlin Wall came down. I remember the looks on the faces, families being reunited after 50 years being separated. And the people are the ones that suffer over the decisions of people that don't know their lives. They don't walk those walks. They don't wake up under that guise. Those decisions are made by people of power, but it's always the people, like the ones you say, the people that you know, your wife's family, right? Those are the people that wind up suffering from those decisions. And it's interesting that you mentioned that. I'm glad you did, because this interview will be connected to your next video. So everyone, if you're watching this interview, do not leave this video, because at the end of this, we will be actually reacting to the song that Flux just talked about. So now it just hits more personal, and that's a good thing. And I think we don't like to face war, but if we don't sing about it, if we don't talk about it, then we're doomed to repeat it. And no people know about that more than the German people, and they have been through so much over the last 100 years. I mean, we're getting really close to exactly 100 years ago when things began to change for the German people. It went very dark, there was war, and then they were torn apart, and it took them 60 years to get where they were one people again. And if anybody can learn that lesson and teach that lesson, it's a band like OOMPH that can actually say, you know, I can tell you the story of my family, and this is why we need to never let this happen again. And it's sad that it's happening literally one country away, because there's Poland right there. They're like, we might get drug into this, and you're like, no, please don't, because if you get drug in, we are right here. And it's always a scary thought. So that we will be reacting to that video 100% right after this interview. Now, I know we're running out of time because you guys are super busy, but I want to ask you real quick. I want to ask about, and this, I've been holding this the whole time, this album cover that's on the screen now for everyone that's watching this interview, that you guys can't see it, the album cover. Can you explain to the people that don't understand why there is a goat in a dress on this album cover? And Dara Schultz is laughing way too hard, and Flux is not. So apparently it's a very serious answer, but some people think it's funny. So what is about the album art, and what is the story of the goat? It's in videos too. So what's going on with this?
Well, I think you might be familiar to it. When I look to your left shoulder, I can see something familiar. It's also an animal in a human body.
Well, yeah. Okay. That's very, yeah, but that is the goat on your album cover, your goat at home.
Yeah.
Because that's my dog.
Yeah. Oh, great.
That's my dog's head.
Maybe you can think about Germans like this, but we don't have goats at home.
Well, that's my dog's head on a
great.
Prussian field marshal's uniform that my fiance had painted for me for Christmas because she thought it'd be funny, and apparently it is. Okay, but that's a good distraction from it. But what's the story about the goat, though?
Well, it's about, first of all, our graphic designer came up with this idea to have this, we call it Fabelwesen, like fairy tale creatures, like a combination out of a animal head,
yeah,
with a human body. And but the story of the cover is actually to show the judge and the constitution, the Richter und Henker. So, but it's not clear if she is the judge or the Henker, or if she is the Opfer, what's the name, the one who will be
the victim, yes.
or a family member of the victim. She looks like,
Yes,
she looks like a mother or a daughter or a wife of someone who's condemned. She's holding the flowers like she's almost at a funeral. I hate to say the goat's face looks sad, but it does. I didn't know how that was playing through. I know that the goat in music symbolizes evil, but it didn't seem like that in the video at all. So that's why I wanted to ask what the symbolism of the goat, when you say it's similar to the folk tales, the classical ancient stories that we share in our cultures, where animals always take on the personalities of humans, or humans take on the personalities and aspects of animals for the artistic. I think I get it now. It had me confused. I'm not gonna lie.
Actually, this goat is everything you see in it. It's great that you saw something in it. Yeah, like you had thoughts. Is it the relative, or is it the victim? Is she proud? Yeah, or is she the judge? So she's everything that people see in it. And when we saw this picture first, it was so iconic, and it talked to all of us. And so we decided, we had other options of how to show Richter and Henker, show all of these people on the cover. But she was so iconic and creating emotions to everybody who saw her, this goat. or it, or what do you say, it or her, and
Oh.
and so it was for us a very fast decision to put her on the cover because she's telling a story.
Because now that I'm looking at it and you're talking, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
Hey, okay, yeah, and we have some more mythical creatures inside the artwork.
Yeah.
But but the goat was the most iconic. We saw her and we said, okay, that's a cover.
When I saw it, at first you see the goat because you're paying attention to the fact that there's a goat on the cover. And then you see the basket, you see the guillotine, and then you're thinking, okay, is this Marie Antoinette going to the guillotine? Is it the mother, the wife, the child, all that? And then when I thought about it, don't know how this went this way, but my brain does wander. I thought of Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen, where Freddie Mercury is a song to his mother about the fact that he's done something, he's going to face death, he feels sorry. I'm thinking, you start spinning out, you're like, now I gotta listen to the music, see what's going on, because it's so much. I enjoy taking the lyrics, putting them through a translator so I can read what's going on from my language, English perspective. But I love listening to all German music in the original German, even if I don't understand the words, because I find that German music, specifically German vocals, have such a personal passion and feeling in the way they're sung that if you just translate it to English, it doesn't translate the emotion as much. So when I listen to German artists, I like to listen to the song in German, then read what the translation is after. Both, especially for Whom the Bell Tolls, which is, of course, the first one, and then the new song, there's a passion in your voice, Der Schultz, when you sing. And even though when I first listened to both songs, I didn't understand the words, I understood the emotion, I understood the passion. The music told the story. The music took you up, takes you into a dark place, brings you out, and then depending upon how the story goes, you may wind up someplace else. But even not understanding a single word, I could feel so much emotion that I got lost in the story you guys were telling, and I didn't even understand German. That tells me you guys are making such an impact with this, and apparently you guys have been doing it for decades. And I'm just so proud that a German fan, a German member of my community said, you have to check this band out. And as soon as I saw the first video, I contacted the record label and said, how do I get to talk to these guys? And they're like, we could probably make that happen. The album's coming. And I'm like, yes. And it's in September, correct? When does the album come out? Tell everyone, please.
On the 8th of September.
All right, so we're 2 weeks away. So I'm going to have everyone go to the description below, the link to pre-order, find that album, order it now, check out these videos, because they're going to bring an aspect that if you love some German bands because they're funny, fine. If you love some German bands because they light shit on fire, that's fine. But if you want to check out the bands that tell amazing stories, Napalm has a few, and OOMPH is definitely the one that's got the new album out that's going to turn heads. Okay, before we end, to each one of you, whatever you want to tell the fans of OOMPH that are classic fans and the new ones that are just finding you, is there anything you each want to share with all of us? In any order you want. You're a band, you can figure this out.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for patience and support for all these years, and for giving us the opportunity making 14 albums. Thanks a lot.
Holy crap! I find you guys now, and I gotta go listen to 13 albums. This is awesome. Thanks. I have homework.
A lot.
I will see you guys in 2024. Okay, crap. Go ahead. We'll let the lead singer go last, because he does that. You know, he's a front guy. You know.
There's nothing to tell more than Flux have said. That's all I would like to say too.
All right, awesome. Okay. Wacken shirt wearing person. Go ahead.
Yes, I would love to thank all the people out there for their patience and for giving me such a warm welcome in this great band. I've been a fan for years for this band, and I'm really looking forward to sing the new and the old songs on the tour. And hopefully, maybe one day we come over to the US. It would be great. And thanks to your fan of your community who gives you the hint.
There were two. Yeah, well, he's going to watch it. I'll tell him right now. Hey, Henka, there you go. And of course, Marcel, thank you very much. Those two said you got to check them out. Absolutely. So the name of the album is Judge and Executioner. Okay, Flux, say it in German so it's done right.
Richter und Henker.
See, that's how you say that, because I can't do it. I'm French. I suck at everything. English is my first language, and I'm bad at that too. So it's not my fault, but damn it, I'm trying. All right, everyone, check the description below. I have all of OOMPH's information there. Follow him on social media. Check out the 2 new videos, and now the 3rd video, which I'm going to react to in just a few seconds. Pre-order the album now. It comes out September 8th. Gentlemen, thank you so much. And if and when you guys come across the pond and you come to America, all I need to know is which city, because whichever one's closest to me, you're going to see this guy in the audience. Just
Great.
If you do see me, run, because I'm crazy. It's all good.
And we will drink some local beer.
Please do it. Ours is like water. Okay.
Yeah.
Ours is like water. It's all right, gentlemen. Thank you very, very much, everyone. It's OOMPH. All right, everybody. That was my interview with the amazing OOMPH from Europe. I mean, they're the OGs of this amazing style of music that's kind of taking over the world. First, it was Rammstein kind of kicking us in the face back in the 2000s. And right now, in America, Electric Callboy is taking that kind of techno and metal and that creative style of music that, you know, incorporates literally the culture of Germany. It's that techno feel, man. Nobody does it better than the Germans. Well, here we go. The OGs of this genre. OOMPH. This one is called Richter und Henker, which is Judge and Executioner. So, works for me. All right. This is the new one. Hope you enjoyed the interview with OOMPH. My name is OldSkuleNerd. Let's get into this one. Judge and Executioner. You got me.
Es grassiert im Land, ohne Herz und Hand, wie ein Flächenbrand, blind und oft noch unerkannt. Es wird rekrutiert, Lügen propagiert, wer nicht mitmarschiert, der wird schamlos diffamiert. So was denn programmiert, fest an deinstalliert, weil jemand profitiert, wenn Dummheit revoltiert. Was ist geschehen? Die Dichter und Denker sind nicht mehr zu sehen, nur Richter und Henker. Ich hab den Hass gesehen.
This is one of my favorite things about this form of music. It's so creative, yet it's literally iconic. The second you hear the way it's arranged, the way the guitars have that tone, the way the dun 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 dun, it's just, it's synonymous. The second you hear it, even if you don't know that it's a German band, you know it's a German band, right? Nobody does this genre better than German bands. It's because they kind of invented it. And I'm just excited that I got to talk to the OGs of this genre. And they're kind of like the Ramones of punk. Yeah. OOMPH. It's just synonymous, man. Everybody in Germany knows who they are. And when I got to talk to them, I was like, I'm like literally talking to the Ramones of that genre in Germany. And I'm like freaking out. Yeah, I didn't want to freak out in front of them, but now that they're gone and we're listening to the music, I can tell you, I was kind of freaking out. It'd be like somebody saying, hey, have you ever thought about maybe, I don't know, interviewing Blink 182 for pop punk? No, I never thought about doing it. You know, they're like one of the OGs of it, but you don't think about it, you know? It's like somebody coming up and saying, hey, would you want to talk to, you know, Black Sabbath? Yeah. What do they do? Oh, no, they started metal music. Oh, really? Okay. You know, I'm just saying, when you're talking about OGs, when you're talking about the originals, it's really something cool. I mean, this field, this genre, it's just the way the stories are told is something that's so synonymous with that part of the world. It has a beauty all of itself. Also, fur coats, way over the top. It's a lot.
Unzufriedenheit macht Gewalt bereit, wenn Durchtriebenheit sie von Menschlichkeit befreit. Denn am Tellerrand, da wird nicht erkannt, wer mit kalter Hand sie vor seinen Karten spannt. Fühlt sie an der Hand, verbundene Augen, die Vernunft steht an der
That low end.
Wand. Ich kann es nicht glauben.
It's guttural, man.
Letztes Wort und dann legt man auf sie an.
Nice. If you go back in time to the early 2000s, okay, grunge was ending and a new sound was coming up, and we called it here in the US nu metal, okay? And nu metal was hip hop influences, turntables, rapping intermixed with metal, and that kind of took the US by storm. And so with that going on, we completely missed the explosion of a new genre in Germany and in that part of Europe, that Central European area. And it was called, and people know what I'm talking about, it's the New German Hardness. It's how it translates. But it was also a type of new music, but it wasn't new metal. It was taking that German pop rhythm, that tempo, that industrial techno sound, but at the same time incorporating the hardness, the heavy guttural guitars, and the vocals. Sometimes they were whispered, sometimes they were sung, but it had a dark mysteriousness. And the United States pretty much missed the entire explosion of new hard German rock, or new German hardness, the genre. We missed it except for one time in the 2000s when a new German hardness genre band was on a movie with Vin Diesel called Triple X, and that was Rammstein. So for years, a lot of you here in the US thought that Rammstein was just a unique band that had a unique sound and nobody had ever seen anything like it. Nobody's ever. Rammstein is part of the new German hardness genre movement in the late 1990s and in the early 2000s that exploded through Germany. So for those of you in Germany and in Central Europe, all that area, you already know who OOMPH is. This is just a message to all of my American community that yes, there was an entire movement of this style of genre. It just so happened that at the time that it occurred, Hollywood saw Rammstein burning shit everywhere and shooting flames, thought it would be really cool to have it in the movie, and now they're Rammstein, okay? OOMPH is similar in their style of music, just less industrial, more storytelling, but it's all good and we love it. So there you go. So I got to sit down and have a conversation with OOMPH. We talked about the genre, the origins of the genre, how long they've been in the game, their style, the new singer. Everything's looking amazing. I was honored to speak to them, and I'm honored to share that interview with you. I hope you enjoyed it. And also, hope you enjoyed this video. Very unique sound, different way of telling a story. It's one of the things about that genre from Germany that I absolutely love. All right, that was OOMPH with Richter und Henker, which is judge and executioner. So there you go. All right, hope you enjoyed that. And with that, thank you. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like. It really helps the channel grow. Also, if you want to subscribe, right there. Big thank you to all my Patreons out there. We appreciate everything you do. If you want more content like this video, check them out above. Remember, love one another, take care of each other. We're all stuck on this mud ball together. We'll see you later.